What's up, everybody? We're about 24 hours after that debacle in Jacksonville right now, and I'm just as pissed now as I was yesterday. What we saw on that field was completely unacceptable from this Jets team. Rebuilding team or not, rookie quarterback or not, I don't care. And it falls on Todd Bowles. It falls on Todd Bowles. There's a lot of things that we could talk about in this game. Player execution, Darnold not getting it done. But at the end of the day, when you get doubled up in time of possession, when you get tripled up in yards, when you're punting down 2 scores with under 5 minutes, it's the same bullshit that we've seen each of the last 4 years that you're not getting better at. That shows you can't get it done. You have got to be better than that. If you want to keep your job, you have got to be better than that. There are only so many passes that we can give you when you do something like that. The competitive losses, I could deal with. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with the team not showing up because they didn't show up. And you know what? Let's talk about leadership for a second. Let's talk about leadership for a second. From the head coach to the players. Head coach, take ownership of it. I see Andy Reid on the screen right now. Almost every series, he's talking with Mahomes. Last night, Mike Tomlin talking with Roethlisberger. Belichick every game, he's talking with Brady. Bowles, where are you? You're in the headset. You're delegating responsibility. Why don't you own it? Put it on your shoulders. Own it. Be a leader. What about the young guys? A lot of young guys on this team, they have good leadership qualities. I think they'll be good leaders in time. But right now, I'm sorry, if you haven't made a play all game, save me the bullshit dances after you finally make one. Do it a couple times before you start celebrating. Win a game before you start celebrating. How about that? Ridiculous. You know, let's shift gears for a second. Let's get to Jeremy Bates because he's taken a lot of criticism. Some of it I think is deserved. Some of it I don't think is deserved because if you look at that game, how many times did we see guys open across the field? Whether it was, Robbie, Quincy, or Powell, when they were open deep, some of the underneath routes were open. Point blank, Darnold is just not seeing the field well right now. There are a lot of things that we can complain about. The play calling has been predictable at times, but Darnold is not seeing the field well. And when he does have a clean pocket, which is very rare, when he does have a clean pocket, he hasn't been accurate. The offensive line's been a mess, but when the pocket has been clean, he is still not getting it done. All right? Darnold, I have all the faith in the world that he's going to get it corrected. This kid has the goods. He is going to be great. I still believe he will be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL before too long. Games like this are expected. Games like this will happen. They've happened with all of the great rookie quarterbacks. Look at Goff. Look at Wentz. Look at Manning. Look at Luck. It's happened with all of them. So I expect no different when we throw Sam Darnold out there with a subpar offensive line and not too many weapons. These games are going to happen. So the overreactions about him, to me, are completely ridiculous. The overreactions to McCagnon are completely ridiculous. How are we going to sit here last week and say, if not for Todd Bowles, the Jets would be 3-0? Well, if the Jets would be 3-0 in year 2 of a rebuild, while finding a franchise quarterback and an anchor-level player at every single level of the defense with $90 million to spend around them, we're going to start over? Are you friggin' kidding me? Yeah, because it's worked so well in the past. Let's do the same goddamn thing that we've done. Clean house after a couple years because we can't stomach a rebuild. This thing is headed in the right direction. We have players to move forward with here. I don't know if we have the coach to get them there. I am starting to think otherwise. Todd, you have got to wake up. You cannot be doing the same things that you've been doing. And again, I can accept the losses. I can accept still not closing some games out. Because I would rather that than games like that. Games like that cannot happen. You can't show up looking like you're not prepared. You said you were working on those shallow crossing routes all week in practice. Well, either you're full of shit or they just weren't getting it. Either way, part of that is coaching. Some of it's execution, but part of it is coaching. I'm not ready to jump off the ledge yet. If I wasn't after week 3, I would be a hypocrite if I was week 4. But you can't deny some of the bullshit that we have seen from Bowles. He has got to do better. He has got to put these guys in better positions to succeed. And again, some of it is on execution, but some of it is also on him. He has got to wake up. He has got to become a leader. I want him to lead this team. Show me you can do it. Stop delegating and take control. This Sunday is going to be huge. This Sunday, more than any other game this season, is going to be very telling. How do we respond from this? What is our response from this? Last year, when we got our asses kicked against Oakland, we responded pretty well. All right, and we really didn't have another bad game where we got blown out the rest of the way. So, if this is the only one, all right, we chalk it up to a bad day, bad week of preparation, and we move on. But you better respond this Sunday against Denver. You're at home. We've lost 3 in a row. Anything short of a win, and I don't care how you get it done, anything short of a win is unacceptable this Sunday. Go get it done. Save me the excuses.